Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. I thank you for joining me. Today I've got to look at the Cattleyas, I've got to water them, and I've got one to repot. But before I repot it, we'll have a look, see if there's any new growths on them. Well, this is the King of Taiwan, doing very, very nicely. It's had produced 3 flowers for me last year. And yeah, this is starting growing again. This is a nice nubbins coming up there, and I think there's the beginning of one there, and some nice roots growing too. So that's the King of Taiwan. This is the RLC Pink Empress Ju Shen. And this tried to flower for me last year, but the slugs got the bud. But I'm just trying to see if there's any new growth on it. There's some new roots developing there, and right down at the bottom you can see a new nubbins growing. That's not as far advanced as the King of Taiwan, but doing very nicely. RLC Pink Empress Ju Shen. And this is a Cattleya Chonggu Swan White Boulder that I've had for 12 months or even more, and it's been doing absolutely nothing. Hasn't grown or anything, but I think we've got the looks of a new nubbins coming up there. If you can just see it there. And that'll be the first time it's put up a new growth in over 12 months. And here are my 2 golf greens. You know, there used to be 1 plant, but when I came to repot it, it just split into 2 quite easily, like there was 2 plants in 1 pot to begin with, I think. Anyhow, I've got 2 now, and one is in small coconut husk, a bit of bark, and a bit of lava rock. And I can't see any new nubbins on it yet or anything, but there's some nice new growth on. And the roots which are in the lava rock seem to be quite bigger, a lot bigger than the ones that are in the large coconut husk. You can see down there, but they're all doing okay. They're not doing so bad, but I'd love to see some new growths on them. The Lily Perenniae that is doing absolutely nothing, but there again, these do start very late in the season, but it's growing nicely along the rhizome there, as you can see. 1 or 2, well, nothing new in the root system. But as I said before, that will come later on in the year. Now this is a Lugtone African Beauty with an absolutely mad root system on it. There's roots all over the place. I'll see if I can get close enough to have a look. I have to lift the leaf up. You see all those in there, all the new growth and everything. And I think there's a new nubbins come with. Yep, there's a new nubbins there, right at the end of my fingertip. So that's doing fine, but look at the roots. If I pick it up and turn it round. I have to put it down again and have another look round the other side. Roots are going absolutely crazy, and underneath as well. Oops. So that looks like it might flower sometime. Oh, there's another nubbins there. There are 2 on this one. 1 there, and 1 there just showing. So is that 2 or 3? I'll have another good look. No, I'm wrong, there's only 2 on these, but 2 is very nice. Now here are two that I've really struggled with, and these are the Almaquis Timperley, and they're doing absolutely nothing. I haven't seen any new root growth, I haven't seen any nubbins forming, I haven't seen anything on them. But we'll just keep them in the same pots, keep them in the same places, keep them nicely watered, let them dry out, and actually they should come on, but in over 12 months these have done absolutely nothing. In fact, I may take them both out of the pot and put them both in one pot, because they were one plant originally, and here again I think it was two plants in one, but when I got them becoming repotting, they split into two, so I think I'll put them both back into one pot as one plant. So I think I'll start by taking these two out of the pot just to see what's going on underneath. I can't see anything at all, and he's coming out very easily. Look at that. That's after 12 months. No new roots on it, but what's that there? The start of a little new growth there. So that might be nice as something to come. But I shall take all these off here and plant them up as one plant. Right, that's the one. The board's fine, so I can use that again. Right, I'll just put the wires off this first before I can take it out. I've got a skewer just pushed through here to hold it into place, so I'll have to pull that out with a bit of luck. Yep, there we are. And that's exactly the same. Look, not a root inside. I just don't understand it. Everything else is rooting like mad, but this plant absolutely not. And I'm wondering if that's because there's a bit of Dowiana in it, but I have a Dowiana there that's doing very well. Anyhow, that's the way things go, so we'll have to make the most of it. I wonder if this is keeping a little bit too wet. I'll separate it from that lot. Yeah, this is a little bit damp. So I'm wondering if that's affecting them or not. It's been kept too damp and not being allowed to dry out. Well, this might seem like a few drastic measures, but it's no use having a plant knocking around that's doing nothing. So I'll chop that one off and get rid of that. We'll chop these off because they're not doing anything. And we'll pick the other plant up. You see, that leaf's not doing anything, so I might as well chop that off. And there we are. We've just got two leaves. One potentially new growth there. So we'll just clean these up and have a good look at them. Well, I've cleaned one of them up and there's not a root in sight, but having a look up here, that looks like it's started of a new nubbins there, and I think there's one on the other side. If I can keep it still while I turn it around. Yep, there you are. That's better. There's another one. There's three. Two there and another one there. So there's hope for this yet, but I'll just clean the other one up and see if there's any hope for that one. Well, this is the other one I've cleaned up, and I can see there's not a root inside, but there looks like the start of three growths. And you can see all the three there. But not a root inside, which I think is telling me that it didn't like what it was planted in. So I'm going to plant these in a little bit of lava rock and large bark. I'm going to put them both together again and see what happens. If you're wondering what the toothbrush is for, that's for just brushing everything off there, just to make sure there's no scale or anything like that hiding. So I'm going to get these planted up together. Well, I've wired these two pieces together by the parts of the roots that are not being used, and I'm making it so that the all the new nubbins or new growth, whatever you might call them, are all facing the same way. So we'll get this one potted up in large bark and some lava rock. I've been trying to break this up into smaller pieces, but it just won't break. But let's get this potted up, and then we'll see if it does better from there. Well, we'll put a bit of large bark in the bottom, a few pieces of lava rock, and then the beauty of this now is to hold this in position. One needs more bark in. We're going to give it plenty of air. But we're going to have to put a stick in, I think, now, or we'll wire it to the sides afterwards. We'll just put plenty of bark in. I need some more bark there to stop it falling over. Well, after a lot of messing about, I've finally got this quite firm in the pot now, and all the new growths pointing this way. So the only thing we can do now is water that, let it dry out, and water it again, and see if it does develop any roots. And that's the Almaquy Timperley. Just keep your fingers crossed for that one. Here's another little repot that needs sorting out as well on the Cattleya, and this is an elegant dancer, what there is of it, but some nice roots growing, but nothing on top. So we'll take this out, take the wires off because they're holding the plant in the place it should be. They've been like that for about 6 months. So we'll cut the wires and take this out of the pots and see what lies underneath. So we'll chop the wires. That's soon done. That, and then we'll take it out of its pot. Well, the roots look very, very good on this, but nothing around the rootstock to brag home about. All the roots look like they're branches off other roots. Just have to nip this so I can get the root out. There's just one root stuck in here. That's it. this is in a mixture of bark and coconut husk. But as you can see, it's got absolutely fabulous roots on it, all with new growing tips, all coming from that one coming out there, and absolutely nothing on the rest of it. Absolutely nothing there. So we'll just clean this up and have a good look at it and see if we can do anything with this one. Well, on closer inspection on this one, it looks like it's been bothered with a little bit of scale. You can see the white dots there, a few of them. So I'll give him a spray and use the toothbrush and get it cleaned up. And once again we'll use bark, large bark, and some small pieces of, well, the smaller pieces I can get of lava rock. Let's just see if we can fit these in here. Some will come through the sides. Come on. That's it. Whoopsie-daisy. Make sure we fill a lot of it up. We'll leave plenty of gaps in it, but we must have the plant firm in the pot. So it looks like I'll have to put a stake in this one. Yep. Yeah, we put a stake in this one, so it's quite firm in the pot now. So I think that's me done for the day with Cattleyas. I've nothing else to do today, so I might just spend a little bit of time in the garden. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.